it in the sun more so you can see.
Suitable for framing.
Okay, so has anyone ever talked to you about what influences the ball flight of a club and like cause and effect from your swing to the ball?
Speed.
Yeah.
Okay, speed is one of them. There are 7 principles.
Spin rotation.
7. We're only going to deal with a couple. So the major ones as it pertains to the swing is going to be the club head path, club head position at impact, and then your angle of approach. So we'll start with angle of approach. So I'm not going to hit anything. So who kind of thinks they can tell me what angle of approach means? It's pretty much says what it is.
Well, Schott would say that, and he says it eloquently, that the result you're going to get is the position you get into and the arc of your swing.
Okay, correct. He's going to probably say it a little more eloquently than me. And so basically, the way I would describe it in layman's terms is when you swing, so it's on your way down. So a shallow angle of approach is something like this. You see how the club is coming into the ball, and it's not really steep, it's pretty shallow. And then a steep angle of approach is something more like this, where you kind of drag it in there, and you see how it's like that. And so that's more steep. And so those were over exaggerations. So this would be no good, and this would be no good. So we've got to find somewhere in the middle. And so if you look at most PGA Tour players, their angle of approach when they make impact with the club is somewhere in here. So you see how it's pretty flat, you know, nothing too dramatic like that, but it's pretty flat. Left arm is pretty straight down the shaft, and the club head's pretty flat. And that's a pretty good angle of approach because, as we know in golf, you have to hit down on the ball to make it go up. So if you try to help it up like this, you're probably going to end up hitting it like right here, and it's not going to go high anyways. So then let's talk about the other one, which is club head path. Who can tell me what they think that is? And it's pretty much again.
It's either inside out or outside in.
Right. So again, in layman's terms, it's just the path that the club head takes on the swing. So there's really 3 ways. There's straight, which is nearly impossible to do.